Hello and welcome to Tiffany's Party. I am so glad that you have all joined me this week. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. I just wanted to drop by, thank you all for coming, and also answer lots of questions. This has by far been my favorite question thread that I've gotten out of all of the times I have done this game. So buckle up, this is going to be probably a little bit of a lengthy video, but lots of good info and lots of questions answered, which I love. So, first things first, coffee. Alright, so let's jump into the questions, and then at the end, I will dish out the magic word that you can text me for mega tickets. Plus, I might even send you a recipe. Also, just as a heads up, my 3-year-old is probably going to be busting in at any time. At any given moment, he likes to come in and interrupt things. So, you might get to see my son in this video. Alright, let's jump in. First question. How do you keep all of your tax info organized for your accountant? Well, first of all, this is my first time having to do taxes for Pampered Chef. So this should be interesting in the next month or so. I was trying to make this as easy as possible, so I opened up a separate account for all of my Pampered Chef income and expenses. That way it's a little bit easier to keep track of all of that. Pampered Chef also offers a tracker, so whenever you buy anything from the Pampered Chef site, like whenever I add gifts to orders or anything like that, it keeps track of all of that for me, and I keep all my receipts. So hopefully that will be good enough. Sabrina, if you have any tips for me, I would appreciate them. Second question, do you get a discount? Yes. As a consultant, I got a 20% discount. As a director, I got a 30% discount on all products. In your 4th month with Pampered Chef, you get a 40% discount on everything up to $600 worth of stuff. So that was pretty cool, and you can also, I'll touch on this more later, but you can also earn PC dollars, which is basically like a gift card to Pampered Chef. So in my 4th month, I got $600 worth of stuff, 40% off, and then I got to use Pampered Chef dollars, so I got $600 worth of stuff for free, and it was pretty cool. They also have supply items for like parties, so we can buy like bundles of stuff, like the little serving spatulas, toaster tongs, cake tester and releasers. We can Twix stick clips, just stuff like that. Even some of the spices, invitations, all that sort of stuff. In a bundle of like a pack of 5. Oh, citrus peelers, 5 for 10, 12 at a discounted price. So that's pretty cool. Also, whenever new items come out, we can purchase one of them, one of each item, for 50% off. And you can either use Pampered Chef dollars or real dollars. And so you can either get all of the items for 50% off, or you can get them for free if you use your Pampered Chef dollars. You can also earn, like every month as a sales incentive, we get to earn different things. So whenever we have the free-for-alls, like you get to earn all of the, say, new spring products that are coming out in March, we get to earn all of those for free. So that's pretty cool too. So we get lots of free stuff, lots of perks. Excuse me. I'm going to go a little bit out of order just because some questions kind of flow into other questions. So just as a heads up, I'm going to be kind of marathoning a couple of questions that are all sort of connected. Number 3, how do you manage to be a stay-at-home mom, a wife, go to school, and be a PC consultant? Lots of organization and a good schedule, really. I'm going to kind of let you into some of my time-saving secrets and how I manage things. Excuse me a minute. I'm going to let you into some of my secrets here in a minute. First things first, I did not end up starting school in October like I had planned. Whenever my son started school in August, I thought that I was going to have more time, but he only goes to school for about 2 hours a day. So that doesn't really give me a lot of time to get everything done. So whenever he goes to school all day, that is when I will be starting school. But I did recently accept a position at the place I've been on the payroll at for 6.5 years. I'm working every other weekend as a receptionist, so I'm actually managing being a stay-at-home mom, a wife, going to work, and being a Pampered Chef consultant. So I try to make everything as easy on myself as possible. I am very much a pen and paper person. I like writing everything out. I like having tangible items. So for everything, I have a form. I do have a team under me, which I will get to later. I check in with them every month. I manage my team page, or my team group, rather, and several other Pampered Chef groups on Facebook, and my personal, page, and then my business page. So, for my team, kind of keeping tabs on them, checking in with them every month. Hey, how are you doing? Is there anything I can help you with? Do you have any parties going? What are your goals? How can I help you achieve your goals? I have a team roster that I have printed out that I can access through the Pampered Chef website and print out. I also have a party schedule. Let's see, I didn't bring it in here with me. But I also have a team party schedule where I can write out, okay, Rebecca has this many parties and they're starting on these days or whatever, and that way I can kind of get an idea of where my team is at for the month and set team goals. I also have party trackers that I use for every party. This is backwards for you, but this is Tiffany's, and I have all of her information, which I'm not going to divulge, but then I also keep track of tickets and orders and things like that. On the back, oh, this is a different thing. On the back, it looks like this. This is where I have my checklist of closing the party. This is my checklist of setting up the party. And this is where I keep track of all of the guests and where it's being shipped to, just so I can make sure that if they meant to ship it to themselves, but they accidentally shipped it to the host, I can get a hold of them. If they qualify for the free item for making an $80 or more purchase, I keep track of that there because I don't want people to miss out, or if they only spend $75, I'm like, hey, you're $5 away from getting a free $20 item. Things like that. Did I make a thank you post? Did I do a thank you text? Stuff like that. So I do this for each and every single party that I run. And then I paperclip them together for all of the parties I'm running at once, so I can keep track of them. Customer care tracker. I write their name, their phone number, and when to follow up with them. That helps me quite a bit. For this question game, this is my journal. I wrote out all the questions, and you can't really see it because I wrote it in gold, but those are all of my answers. So we're going to be going through all of these. This is my host coaching script and party schedule. So I have written on one side everything that I include in each day of my host coaching, which is whenever I have a host, I message them every morning of their party and give them a game to post and kind of give them some pointers for them to have a successful party. And these are all of the posts that I post every day. That way, they coincide. And one of my secrets is that I do text replacement. So, you can't really see it because, again, I wrote it in gold. But you can kind of see right there where I wrote what I need to type in in order for me to select the text replacement, and then that way all I have to do is type in HC1 for the first day of host coaching, and then the whole text pops up, and then I send it to my hosts. So that saves me a lot of time. So really what it boils down to is finding things that save time, having everything organized, easy to find, lots of copies, like blank copies of all my trackers and everything, readily available, and then getting on a schedule. So I have a child who goes to school full time. I have a child who only goes 2 hours a day in the middle of the day. And then I have my evenings and weekends. So what I do is, like, on certain days I have Pampered Chef days. And that's whenever I hammer out all of these things. I didn't bring my planner in here, but I do use planners, multiple planners, for one for life, one for Pampered Chef, one for Pampered Chef on the go. So I write, like, okay, on Mondays I do this for my parties. On Tuesdays I do this for my parties. On Wednesdays the pre-party starts. On Thursdays, Fridays, you get the idea. So I just stick with his schedule. I try to work while my son is in school because that's about the only time I have alone to actually get everything done uninterrupted. And then I also have to fit in working every other weekend, which isn't a lot. It's like 4 to 6 days a month, depending on the month and how the weekends fall. But then I make time for family. I do take days off of Pampered Chef. I took a lot of November and December off of Pampered Chef just because I needed the time off. That's the nice thing about this company, is that I can take time off if I need it. It's flexible, not optional, but it's a commission-based job. So I know that if I need this time off, I'm not going to get paid for it. Or if I know, say I need this week off because I'm going to take vacation, or because it's full of holidays or birthdays or whatever, I can cram a few extra parties in before and after so I don't have to miss out. So just kind of like learning, it was a learning process, really. It took me a couple months to like get in the groove of it and everything. I just started at the very end of March. My best friend gifted me the starter kit fee for my birthday present, and that was at the end of March, so I kind of officially started in April. And it took me a good couple months to kind of get in the routine and the rhythm of things. I will say the summer was a bit more challenging, just because my kids weren't in school, so I had to work out a summer schedule to where it's like, okay, it's time to play in your rooms, or you can play on your tablets, or you could play video games, and mom's gonna work on Pampered Chef, because like my desk is in the same room. So I was still able to keep an eye on them, still able to attend to their needs while I was getting things done. Let's see. The next question that kind of like flows into it is, how many hours a week do I work for Pampered Chef, and how do I manage my schedule? I'd say hours per week, maybe like about 15. But it's all like broken up, if that makes sense, because on Mondays I might spend an hour or so creating the groups. On Tuesdays I spend an hour or so scheduling Scent Share, which I'll get to in a minute. And then the time that I spend making contacts, trying to get people to host parties, the time I spend commenting in my parties that I have going on, that's all broken up. So it's not like I spend 5 hours at once doing anything. I might spend I do what I call power hours. So I hammer out a full hour, just like nonstop hour of making contacts, scheduling, creating groups, whatever. And then I go do dishes, or I go do laundry, or I go pick up my son from school, or I take him to school, or whatever. Go grocery shopping. So that's kind of how I do it. And then at the end of each month, I will create my template for Scent Share, which again I'll get to in a minute, for the following month. So this week probably, or next week, I don't know what day it is, I will make my February template. So I might spend a couple extra hours that week doing it, but it averages out to be probably 10 to 15 hours a week. Let's see. That's kind of the nice thing is the flexibility. I don't have to be in one place all day, every day. I can work it into my schedule, or if my husband and I are going on a date night, or if we're going somewhere and it's 30 minutes away, an hour away, I can sit there in the car, make a couple contacts, comment on a few things, and then I can have a nice date night with my husband. And then I don't have to worry for a couple hours, and I didn't have to ask anybody if I could have that time off so I can go to dinner. This question flowed into the next question. I already kind of touched on ScentShare, which I'll still get to in a minute. Text replacement. Oh, I also have photo folders on my phone. So that way when, I have a whole folder just of Pampered Chef games. So I'll pick one, I'll send it to my hosts along with the text replacement, and my host coaching is done in 5 minutes. Also, I use my Bluetooth religiously. So in most cases, if I have a host who has never hosted before, I like to have a phone call with them before their party starts. That way I can explain the process and everything of how everything goes. Well, I can't be sitting there on the phone all day. So while I'm doing dishes or cooking dinner, whatever time is convenient for the host to speak on the phone with me for 5 to 10 minutes, I use my Bluetooth. I talk to them on the phone while I'm doing something else. Are your social media posts automatically generated? Do you have them set up for particular parties, or do you just have a basic model you utilize? Okay, now I'm getting to ScentShare. ScentShare is a scheduling service. So all of my main party posts I have created in ScentShare, and then I connect them to the Pampered Chef party group on Facebook, and then I schedule them. Those posts are my original posts for the most part. Pampered Chef, the Pampered Chef family is really great about sharing graphics and sharing videos. Hey, I made these graphics. Hey, I made these videos if anyone wants to use them. So I did create, I kind of took what my director gave me when I first started and used hers at first until I learned ScentShare, until I learned Canva. Canva is the website I use to make graphics. And then I slowly started putting my own stuff into the template and changing it up every month with the monthly specials and the new products that have come out since then, and any holiday stuff that I would put in there. So for February, this party, I have snowflakes on all of my graphics. Next month, I'll probably have hearts on all my graphics. So now I do my own thing. I make my own graphics, make my own games sometimes. And then I just have my template, and then I schedule it. So I'm running 4 parties right now, and all of them, same party. So again, I'm letting you in on all of my secrets. And then Canva is really cool because I get to make my own graphics now, and I really like doing that, so I think it's fun. Fill my own, talk about Canva, and I'm gonna backtrack a little bit to a different question. I mentioned a second ago using my uplines template when I first started, so that kind of goes into this question. Is PC like an MLM? Do you have a line under and above you? Do you make commissions off of the people underneath you? It is not an MLM, and the reason for that is all of the money we make comes out of Pampered Chef's pockets. So the way it's structured is I am under someone, and I am also a team leader, so I have about 10 people under me, and I do make commission off of what they sell, just like my upline makes commission off of what I sell, and so on and so forth. But the reason why it's not an MLM is because if my downline sells $100 and they get to keep 20 of it, but I'm their upline, I don't take two of their $100. They get $100 and I get $2. So it all comes out of Pampered Chef's pockets. So whatever we sell, we get the commission off of that. And then as an upline, I get commission off of what they sell, but it doesn't come out of their pockets. It comes out of Pampered Chef's pockets, which is really nice. They really do treat us very well. We are teams. We all work as a team for team goals. Like, our national executive director is very hands-on, and as a big team of over 700 people, we're hitting new levels and blah blah blah. So it's really cool. It's more like a family. It's more like a team, not really I don't know, like a stinky business. It's not a stinky business. It's a nice team, nice family. I like it. And I don't make like a huge commission off of my downlines. My commission, like 99% of my commission, is whatever I sell. Like, I think I get like 1 or 2% of whatever my downlines sell. So, there's that. And we're about halfway done. Honestly, what do you like and dislike about the stainless steel pots and pans? I love the quality and the durability. These things are going to last forever. I could probably use them in a zombie apocalypse because they are so durable. I love how evenly they distribute the heat, so everything cooks evenly. And they are so easy to clean. I was really worried about that because I'm used to like pans with Teflon, and I'm like, oh man, this stainless steel, all the food's gonna stick to it. It doesn't. It's so easy to clean. What do I dislike? If I had to pick something, probably the weight. They are heavy. But like I said, in a zombie apocalypse, that would be super helpful. And I don't really mind the weight, but if someone was going to complain about something, about the stainless steel stuff, it would probably be how heavy it is. As a Pampered Chef consultant, are you allowed to sell on Amazon? I'm not really sure. I mean, we are encouraged to sell our stuff on Facebook. Like, I've done my own Facebook auctions. I've raffled off stuff. But as far as like Amazon and eBay, I know that people do, but I don't know if they're current, consultants. I should probably look into that. I never really considered selling on eBay or Amazon. But if I can, I kind of want to, because I have plenty of inventory in my kitchen that I would love nothing more than to get out of my kitchen. I've also done vendor events with the stuff that I've gotten for free or bought and just was like, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but I don't really use it as much as I need to. I've sold all that kind of stuff. Some of the people here, like Tiffany and Allison, have bought things out of my inventory, and that's encouraged. So I don't see how selling on Facebook would be much different than selling on Amazon. But I don't know. I should look into that. That was a good question. Let's see. Number 9. We're almost done, actually. Do you only work virtual parties, or do you also do at-home parties for local customers? Well, to be honest, I don't really know that many people where I live. I am not from where I live. I did move here about 8 years ago, but I've worked in one place, and I've been a stay-at-home mom for 3.5 years, and I don't really know all that many people who live here. Ideally, I would like to try an at-home party. I've never done an at-home party, but it sounds super fun, and it seems super fun, so I would like to. Maybe that'll be a goal for February, is do an at-home party. But I also like virtual parties a lot just because of the flexibility that I mentioned. My kids are already in school and I don't necessarily want to take a lot of time away from them. So I wouldn't want to do a lot of at-home parties just because I would have to do them in the evening and that would take away time from my kids. Whereas virtual parties, I can work on whenever. So, and plus you're able to reach more people. Like, I live up by Chicago in Illinois. Tiffany lives in Missouri. I met her through people I've never met before who live all over the United States. And it's really cool because I get to meet a lot of cool people. Well, meet a lot of cool people that are far. far away from me. I'll probably never meet them in person, but it's really cool to get to meet everybody. So I do like virtual parties for that reason. I'm able to reach a wider number of people, and I don't know, it's fun. Four more, and they're quick ones. Is my business seasonal? It's not necessarily seasonal. It's flexible, but not seasonal. I kind of touched on this earlier. If I need to take time off, I can take time off. I can rearrange my party schedule to where it suits me better, suits whatever plans I have going on. If I only wanted to work it like 1 month out of every 6, in order to remain a consultant, you have to have 150 in sales every 6 months. That's not that hard. It's like 2 parties a year, like 6 months apart. So if I wanted to do that, just to keep my discount or whatever, or keep it on the back burner, I could totally do that. But like I said earlier, I took off a lot of November because Thanksgiving is a huge holiday for my family. Christmas is a huge holiday for my family and my husband's family. So I was able to take that time off because I wanted to. I didn't have to ask anybody for that time off. I just didn't get a commission. But I could have also rearranged my schedule to where I only did parties 1 week of each month if I wanted to. I could have done like 10 parties in 1 week if I wanted to. That way my commission is set and I don't have to worry about taking a week or 2 off. So not seasonal, flexible, but not seasonal unless I want it to be. What is one thing that you don't care for as a Pampered Chef consultant? The requirements to maintain titles. So there's a lot of great things about this company. But whenever I became a director, it's like you have to have this much in sales a month in order to maintain your director. You have to have this much in team sales, and you have to have this many recruits. I don't really care for all that. So I'm not a director anymore. I took some time off. I didn't hit my sales goals because I took some time off. I'm not a director anymore. And I did lose a little bit of a discount, and I did lose a couple percentages of my commission, but honestly, I'm kind of having more fun as a Pampered Chef consultant, just a regular consultant. So if I had to pick one thing that I don't care for as a Pampered Chef consultant is the title requirements, I guess. Other than that, even that's not bad though. I mean, if you have a good team, the sales requirements aren't a big deal. So yeah, if I had to pick something, it would be that. But there's a lot of good stuff that I do enjoy. What is one product you're happy they discontinued? The barbecue grill brushes. Because I recently read these articles where like people were getting those bristles, like they would clean their grill and then they would get the bristles stuck in there and then it would get stuck in the food and then it would get like stuck in their throat or somewhere in their digestive tract. So that's dangerous. That's like really scary and dangerous. Like I can't imagine feeding my kid a hot dog that I grilled with a bristle stuck in it and then they have like it's stuck in their throat. So I am really glad they discontinued the barbecue grill brush. Now they have like some sort of wooden scraper thing that you can scrape your grill with instead of the brush with the wire bristles. Last one. Does Pampered Chef ever bring back old items? Sometimes they do. It's usually spices or like maybe an item or two. And it's usually around the holidays. Like they brought back a couple of like Christmassy spices around the holidays, and then they're discontinued again. I'm willing to bet they're going to bring them back this coming Christmas. So yes and no. You mentioned the polka dot plates or the polka dot dishes. They're probably not going to bring those back. Sorry to tell you, they're probably not going to bring those back. But so on occasion they do. That covers all the questions. Thank you for taking the time to watch this if you have done so. And the magic word is enrichables. My video is kind of lagging, and I'm not sure if you got that, but the magic word is enrichables. So make sure you text me the magic word for mega tickets, and I might even send you a recipe. If you watched this, thank you very much, and I hope I answered your questions fully. If not, comment below, and I will answer them better as I'm able to. Thank you.